welcome back to another ASMR video today. Today is gonna be a Valorant one. I definitely enjoy putting out Valorant content, so here it is. Sorry that it's kind of been long awaited, but here it is. Valorant, VALORANT. Valorant. Okay, before we begin, I want to ask, like, what do you guys think of the new act and Yoru, etc.? There's so many new things. Like, I really like that Riot put the rank rating system where it's kind of like League of Legends, where you see the LP points to see if you promote or demote. And I got placed in Silver 2 after not winning any of my promotion games, because I believe it was 5 games. It was 5 games for you to promote. But I lost 4 and I drew 1. So yeah, that was not fun. I was gold 3 when the last act ended. But yeah, I got Silver 2 after losing all my games basically. And it took me a while, but I finally hit gold 1 again. So we're gonna start climbing up from there. But the rank system has been very wonky, and I'm sure you guys have noticed this as well, because like all the radiants were like placed in plat 3 or something. And when I was playing in Silver, a lot of the people on the other team were like past diamond players, and I was just like straight losing those games. And that was so discouraging, because like on my team we had like bronze or like new players that haven't gotten rated yet they had like high plats and diamonds, so that definitely wasn't fun for me. But whatever, it seems like it's evened out by now, but still, that was really bad. That was really bad, and I'm sure that you guys have gone through exactly the same thing, because this has been happening for quite some time. And I actually put off playing ranked for the first few days when the act came out. So yeah. I'm like really hoping that it's not too hard to climb to plat, because my goal, I say this every act, but it would be really nice. It would be really nice to hit plat for once, because I feel like I can get it. I feel like the skill is there. It's just I don't play that much, and like, I don't know. Yeah, I should actually start playing more. What do you guys think about your? I feel like he's definitely interesting. He's really hard to play in my opinion, and I don't think he really fits my playstyle, but I'm gonna try to see if I can bust out a Yoru video, even though I played him and I started like blinding myself and didn't know how to use his teleport. So that was really fun. I've seen some really cool Yoru plays on Twitch and on YouTube, because it feels like some people have already like started spamming him / mastering him. But today we have a Killjoy Valorant video. It was one of my ranked games actually, and it didn't go too hot, but I think I played pretty well. On Bind, I always try to play Killjoy, because she is one of my favorite agents, but I feel like Killjoy on Bind is just probably the best for me. Like, I know like really good setups that you will see, my B setups and some Molly spots, and yeah, we got the lineups on Bind, so that's why I kind of resort to playing Killjoy on Bind. So I've already pulled up some fun and interesting facts about practically everything. That's literally what the article is called. It's called 100 Fun and Interesting Facts About Practically Everything. But I want to ask if you'd rather me commentate on my game or just like ramble slash tap on things slash no talking on my Valorant videos, because I don't really know what to do sometimes. It kind of gets boring commentating my own games, because it's just like critiquing my gameplay, and sometimes it can be like a little cringe for myself to watch me, like especially like if I have a bad play. But yeah, just let me know in the comments below. Please let me know down in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Anyway, so I will read the 100 fun and interesting facts about practically everything. So number 1, McDonald's once made bubblegum flavored broccoli. First of all, that sounds disgusting. And it was supposed to be for kids who couldn't or didn't want to eat healthy, so they were they tried to confused by the taste. So they made bubblegum flavored broccoli, which is really weird. The second fact, the first orange is orange. It says that the first oranges were actually green, found in Vietnam and Thailand. Some fungi create zombies that then control their minds. There's only one letter that doesn't appear in any United States name, which is Q. A cow-bison hybrid is called a beefalo, and you can buy its meat in 21 states. Johnny Appleseed fruits weren't for eating. It was supposed to be made for hard apple cider. The Windy City name has nothing to do with Chicago weather. It was actually referring to the fact that its residents were windbags and full of hot air. Okay. Scotland has 421 words for snow. Some examples. Okay, I'm sorry if you're Scottish and I'm butchering this, but there's sneasel, feeful, flinkadrinkin, and yeah, obviously there's more, 400 plus more. Next fact, peanuts aren't actually nuts. Cool. That means that walnuts, almonds, cashews, and pistachios aren't nuts either. Okay. It says Samsung tests phone durability with a butt-shaped robot. They wear jeans to sit on their phones to make sure that they can take the pressure. Okay. Oh, armadillo shells are bulletproof. Okay, it says one man in Texas was hospitalized when he shot an armadillo and the bullet ricocheted off the animal and hit him in the jaw. Oh my god, that's awful. Okay, firefighters use wetting agents to make water wetter. It says the chemicals reduce the surface tension of plain water, so it's easier to spread and soak into objects, which is why it's known as wet water. Octopuses lay 56,000 eggs at a time. It says the mother spends 6 months so devoted to protecting the eggs that she doesn't eat. Oh my god, not eating for 6 months. And the babies are the size of a grain of rice when they're born. The longest English word is 189,819 letters long, and it's for the protein nicknamed Titan, and it would apparently take 3.5 hours to say out loud. Okay. Cats have fewer toes on their back paws. They have 5 toes on the front, but their back paws only have 4 toes. Kleenex tissues were originally intended for gas masks. It says there was a cotton shortage during World masks, but they redeveloped it to be smoother and softer and then marketed it as a Kleenex facial tissue instead. So that's pretty cool. Blue whales eat 500,000 calories in one mouthful. That's really surprising. Most Disney characters wear gloves to keep animation simple. I guess, yeah, gloves make it easier to animate hands. That tiny pocket in jeans was designed to store pocket watches. Oh yeah, like in the front where you have your front two pockets and there's always that like one mini pocket in the front. Well, nobody uses those anymore, I don't think. But that's pretty cool. I didn't actually know that, and that's pretty interesting. Okay. The man with the world's deepest voice can make sounds humans can't hear. The man Tim Storms can't even hear the note, which is 8 octaves below the lowest G on a piano, but elephants can hear it. Okay, that's pretty cool. Turkeys can blush. Like when they see females they're interested in, the pale skin on their head and neck turns bright red, blue, or white. The current American flag was designed by a high school student. It started as a school project for Bob Heff's junior year history class, and it only earned a B-. His design had 50 stars, even though Alaska and Hawaii weren't states yet. He figured the two would earn statehood soon and showed the government his design, and President Dwight D. Eisenhower called to say that his design was approved, and the teacher later changed his grade to an A. Cows don't have upper front teeth. Bananas grow upside down, and we peel them upside down. That means that the banana's bottoms face the sky. Okay, thanks to 3D printing, NASA can basically email tools to astronauts. Getting new equipment to the space station used to take months or years, but the new technology means the tools are ready within hours for them. Whoa. Okay, there were active volcanoes on the moon when dinosaurs were alive. Wow. Only a quarter of the Sahara Desert is sandy. It says that most of the desert is covered in gravel. And it isn't the world's largest desert. Antarctica is. Okay, I didn't know that. Dogs sniff, smell. Wait, I'm totally butchering. Dogs sniff good smells with their left nostril. They normally start sniffing with their right nostril, but then they shift to their left side for something pleasant like food or a mating partner. And avocados were named after reproductive organs. The indigenous people of Mexico and Central America used the Nahuatl word ahuacatl to both mean testicles and avocado. Also, I'm sorry if I butchered that. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. You only have 2 body parts that never stop growing: human noses and ears. That's so bad. I don't want my nose to grow any bigger. I don't mind my ears growing bigger, but oh my god, my nose. That's actually pretty interesting. I need to Google why that is. Okay. T.S. Eliot wore green makeup. No number before 1000 contains the letter A. What? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. The word fizzle started as a type of fart. In the 1400s, it meant to break wind quietly. The hashtag symbol isn't officially called hashtag or pound. Its technical name is octothorpe. The octo means 8 to refer to its points, though reports disagree on where thorpe came from. The French have their own name for a French kiss. yeah, I'm not even gonna like try to butcher, or I mean, I'll try to pronounce it, but if you're French, I'm sorry. It's cloche, maybe Gallocher. It means to kiss with tongues. Okay. Mercedes, the car company, invented a car controlled by joystick. The 1966 Mercedes F200 controlled speed and direction, replacing both the steering wheel and pedals. So the car could also sense which side the driver was sitting in, so someone could control it from the passenger seat. You can thank the Greeks for calling Christmas Xmas. The word for Christ starts with the letter G, which looks like an X in the Roman alphabet. The US government saved every public tweet from 2006 through 2017. Movie trailers originally played after the movie. Okay. H&M actually does stand for something. The clothing retail shop was originally called Hennes-Swedish for hers, before acquiring the hunting and fishing equipment brand Moritz Whitfors. Eventually, Hennes and Moritz was shortened to H&M. Theodore Roosevelt had a pet hyena, and his name was Bill. And Roosevelt was famous for his many pets, including a one-legged rooster, a badger, a pony, and a small bear. Oh, it says giraffe tongues can be 20 inches long. They're dark bluish-black colors, probably to prevent sunburn. Captain Crunch's full name is Horatio Magellan Crunch. He's also been called out for only having the bars of a Navy commander, but the so-called captain held his ground on Twitter, arguing that captaining the SS Guppy with his crew makes an official captain in any book. There was only one U.S. state capital without a McDonald's, and that is in Montpelier, Vermont. It also happens to have the smallest population of any state capital, with just 7,500 people living there. Wow. The CIA headquarters has its own Starbucks, but baristas don't write names on the cups. Its store receipts say store number 1 instead of Starbucks, and its workers need an escort to leave their work posts. Europeans were scared of eating tomatoes when they were introduced. They thought that they were poisoned because people would die after eating them, but in reality the acidity from the tomatoes brought out lead in their pewter plates, so they die of lead poisoning. Humans aren't the only animals that dream. Studies have shown that rats dream about getting into food or running through mazes, and most mammals also go through REM sleep just like us. So scientists think that there's a good chance that they dream as well. Glitter was made on a ranch. A cattle rancher in New Jersey is credited for inventing glitter on accident. This man named Henry Rushman crushed plastic while trying to find a way to dispose of it and then made glitter. Okay. The inventor of the microwave appliance only received $2 for his discovery. Okay. He only received $2. Victor Frankenstein's creature is actually a vegetarian. Okay. The Eiffel Tower can grow more than 6 inches during the summer. The high temperatures make the iron expand. Medical errors are a top cause of death. According to a Johns Hopkins research team, 250,000 deaths in the US are caused by medical error every year. And medical error is the 3rd leading cause of deaths in the country. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sloths have more neck bones than giraffes. Paint used to be stored into pig bladders. What? says the bladder would be sealed with a string and then pricked to get the paint out. But this wasn't like the best option because it would break open often. And John G. Rand was the innovator who made paint tubes from tin and screw cap in the 19th century. It says bees can fly higher than Mount Everest. Bees can fly higher than 29,525 feet above sea level, according to National Geographic, and that's higher than Mount Everest. Humans have jumped further than horses in the Olympics. Whoa. It says that Mike Powell set the record in 1991 by jumping 8.95 meters. Ancient Egyptians used dead mice to ease toothaches. They would put a dead mouse in their mouth if they had a toothache. Interesting. The Terminator script was sold for $1. Yeah. He sold it for $1. That's pretty cool. Pigeon poop is the property of the British Crown. In the 18th century, pigeon poop was used to make gunpowder, so King George I confirmed the droppings to be property of the crown. Beethoven never knew how to multiply or divide. But yeah, he was probably one of the greatest composers in musical history, and he learned math but never multiplication or division. Onions were found in the eyes of an Egyptian mummy. Pharaoh Ramses IV of ancient Egypt had his eyes replaced with small onions when he was mummified. The rings and layers of onions were worshipped because people thought they represented eternal life. Japan released sushi-inspired Kit Kats, but the sushi-inspired Kit Kats didn't taste like raw fish. The tuna sushi was actually raspberry. The seaweed-wrapped one was pumpkin pudding flavor, and the sea urchin sushi was actually Hokkaido melon with mascarpone cheese flavor. All were made with puffed rice, white chocolate, and a bit of wasabi. Okay, so these actually don't sound bad at all. Oh, Abraham Lincoln was a bartender. Oh. He had a liquor license that was discovered in 1930 and displayed in a Springfield liquor store. The word aquarium means watering place for cattle in Latin. However, aquariums these days are for cows. Instead, they are a place for the public to see sea creatures. An espresso maker was sent into space in 2015. Samantha Cristoforetti is the first female Italian astronaut to get a warm and cozy piece of home sent to her while in orbit. The Italian Space Agency worked with Italian coffee maker Lavazza to get the coffee capsules flown up and out into space. Wow. The inventor of the tricycle personally delivered to Queen Victoria. An employee at Pixar accidentally deleted a sequence of Toy Story 2 during production. Oh no, that's not good. Your brain synapses shrink while you sleep. Oh. Okay, that's pretty interesting. There's an 18% decrease in the size of the synapses after a few hours of sleep. Steve, I don't even know how to pronounce their names, Wozniak and Ron Wayne started Apple Inc. on April Fool's Day. Oh. In 2018, Apple Inc. became the country's first $1 trillion company. A waffle iron inspired one of the first pair of Nikes. Boars wash their food. Oh. It says National Geographic reported that at the Basel Zoo in Switzerland, zookeepers watched adult and juvenile wild boars pick up sandy apples and bring them to a nearby creek in the environment to wash before eating. Oh, the boars even brought a whole dead chicken to the creek to wash before chowing down, and one ecologist called this a luxury behavior. Okay, the world's first novel ends mid-sentence. And the tale of Genji, written by Murasaki Shikibu in the 11th century, is considered the world's first novel. But after reading 54 intricately crafted chapters, the reader stopped abruptly mid-sentence. What? No. Baseball umpires used to sit in rocking chairs. French language Scrabble world champion doesn't speak French. Oh, okay. The first commercial passenger flight only lasted 23 minutes. Oh. He only paid $400 to fly between St. Petersburg, Florida and to Tampa, Florida. A woman called the police when her ice cream didn't have enough sprinkles. Uncle Ben's rice was airdropped to World War II troops. Penicillin was first called mole juice. Oh, sorry. Oh my god, what? I'm like reading these so penicillin. Sorry, not penicillin. Penicillin. I'm sorry. The British Empire was the largest empire in world history. The first stroller was pulled by a goat. South American river turtles talk in their eggs. Turtles don't have vocal cords and their ears are internal, so scientists believe that turtles were deaf and didn't communicate through sounds, but they actually communicate with like low frequency sounds that go click, cluck, hoot. May 20th, 1873 is the birthday of blue jeans. 170-year-old bottles of champagne were found at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. Irish bars used to be closed on St. Patrick's Day. There were laws in Ireland that banned bars to be opened up until 1961. The MGM Lion Roar is trademarked. Nikola Tesla hated pearls. Neil Armstrong's hair was sold for $3,000 in 2004. Thomas Edison is the reason you love cat videos. Brad Pitt suffered an ironic injury on a film set. During Pitt's prime acting career, he filmed Troy based on Homer's Iliad. He played the brave and buff Greek hero Achilles. Legend has it that Achilles could not be defeated unless hit in his Achilles heel. While filming an epic battle scene, Pitt ironically hurt his Achilles tendon that put him back 2 months. Bananas glow blue under black light. Pregnancy tests date back to 1350 BCE. Oh, okay. It says Egyptian women urinated on wheat and barley seeds to determine if they were pregnant or not. If wheat grew, it predicted a female baby. If barley grew, it predicted a male baby. The woman was not pregnant if nothing grew. Alright, so we have some other random fun facts. The moon has moonquakes. Just as Earth has earthquakes, the moon has moonquakes. Goosebumps are meant to ward off predators. Why do we get goosebumps? In this physiological reaction, small muscles attached to individual body hairs contract, which leads the hair to stand on end. We inherited this ability from our ancestors in part as a way for our then coat of body hair to capture air beneath it and in that way retain heat. Cool. There's no such thing as pear cider. It says cider is an alcoholic beverage made from fermented apples and only apples. Pineapples work as a natural meat tenderizer that breaks down protein chains, making it an ideal marinade for meats when you don't have a lot of time. Humans are the only animals that blush. Wait. But I swear in the other article it said that like peacocks or like some other bird could blush. Okay. Okay. The wood frog can hold its pee for up to 8 months. Wow. It says the urine actually helps keep the animal alive while it hibernates with special microbes in their gut that recycle the urea into nitrogen. Okay. The hottest spot ever recorded on Earth is El Azizia in Libya, where a temperature of 136 degrees Fahrenheit was recorded on September 13, 1922. Okay. You lose up to 30% of your taste buds during flight. That might explain why airplane food gets such a bad reputation. Okay. Your nostrils work one at a time. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. Only 2 mammals like spicy food, humans and the tree shrew. Tree shrew. Okay. Rabbits can't puke. The M's and M&M's stand for Mars and Murray. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow. The human body literally glows. The human body emits a small quantity of visible light. What? Researchers in Japan use a special camera to track this glow and found that it fluctuates throughout the day, with the body emitting its lowest levels of light around 10 a.m. and highest at around 4 p.m., a rhythm the scientists attribute to changes in one's metabolism. Copper doorknobs are self-disinfecting. Oh. That's actually really cool. Maybe it's time for me to get a copper doorknob. Cotton candy was invented by a dentist. Okay, that's actually pretty ironic, but... Marie Curie is the only person to earn a Nobel Prize in 2 different sciences. Fingernails don't grow after you die. Huh. The English word with the most definitions is set. S-E-T, set. Set. Pigeons can tell the difference between a painting by Monet and Picasso. The dot over the lowercase I or j is known as a tittle. Yes, you heard that right. Chewing gum boosts concentration. Superman didn't always fly. The first computer was invented in the 1940s. Space smells like seared steak. Okay. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. Okay, so that's actually it for the fun facts. So I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. I actually liked reading things off of like the internet because like sometimes you just don't know what to say for like 40 minutes straight. So I think videos like this is enjoyable to do sometimes, and I actually got to like learn about new facts that I didn't know before, and very interesting. Like I think the one that I liked the most was like your ears and nose are always growing, which is kind of crazy to me. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in today's Valorant ASMR video, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. So thank you guys. I hope that you have a wonderful day or night, whatever time you're watching this at,